Can you lose by following God?
To Mrs. Saville, England, Archangel 28th, March 17. How slowly the time passes here, encompassed as I am by frost and snow. Yet a second step is taken towards my enterprise. I have hired a vessel and am occupied in collecting my sailors. Those whom I have already engaged appear to be men on whom I can depend, and are certainly possessed of dauntless courage. I desire the company of a man who could sympathize with me, whose eyes could reply to mine. You may deem me romantic, my dear sister, but I bitterly feel the want of a friend. I have no one near me, gentle yet courageous, possessed of a cultivated as well as of a capacious mind, whose tastes are like my own, to approve or amend my plans. How would such a friend repair the faults of your poor brother? I am too ardent in execution and too impatient of difficulties.
My name is Victor Frankenstein. I've spent the past few years in university and I've been researching something that could change everything. I learned that by reconnecting the nerve endings of well-preserved organs, you can reanimate any being. I haven't yet quite figured out what I'm going to do when I create this being, or if it's going to work in the first place. I mentioned the idea to my colleagues earlier, all to which they cackled at the idea of such invention. Little do they know, once I finish this, they'll praise me and quench for my intellectual creation. I've honestly forgot what season it is. I've spent countless weeks in lab trying to perfect my creation. I only have one shot to get this right.
You are probably wondering how I'm talking right now. Last time you saw me, I was barely literate. However, I have learned to adapt and to speak and write. I have learned that nature has its own flow, and everything happens for a reason. However, I can't understand why my creator has abandoned me. Did I do something? Did I not introduce myself properly? Am I ugly?
To Mrs. Saville, England, July 7th, 17. My dear sister, I write a few lines in haste to say that I am safe and well advanced on my voyage. This letter will reach England by a merchant man now on its homeward voyage from Archangel. More fortunate than I, who may not see my native land, perhaps for many years. I am, however, in good spirits. My men are bold and apparently firm of purpose. Nor do the floating sheets of ice that continually pass by, indicating the dangers of the region towards which we are advancing, appear to dismay them. We have already reached a very high latitude, but it is the height of summer, and although not so warm as in England, the southern gales which blow us speedily toward those shores which I so ardently desire to attain, breathe a degree of renovating warmth in which I had not expected.
It's been about maybe 6.5 months. I believe I have figured out my abandoned existence. My creator does not love me. I've been following my creator's tracks closely, and I believe I have formulated a plan. I shall begin a rampage, one that should get the attention of my creator. I will one by one pick off his loved ones and show him I deserve his attention. I deserve love. to confess to the fact that I've murdered your loved one, William. But you, however, are yet to confess to the fact that you have left me abandoned.
That is a question that I think about every day. I've dwelled on the idea of creating a being so intellectual and good-looking. Unfortunately, I've created a demon with an unbearable appearance in which I refuse setting my eyes upon.
I'm not good enough for you? Well then. Make me a lover.
What?
You heard me. Make me a lover. Make me someone who I can love. Someone who can satisfy my emotions.
Are you insane? Leave, demon! Leave!
Make me a lover who can satisfy my needs and forever hold peace.
Leave!
Goodbye, my dear friend. May God rest your soul.
Your time is up, Victor. You have nothing left to live for. Your close ones, your loved ones, they're all dead. Frankenstein. Look at what my selfishness brought me to. Fear not, for soon I will join you. Ah!